don't know what it is. Just
Oh wait, hold on. Let me think.
It doesn't have one.
That's the derivative is
It doesn't have one.
antiderivative is
Not.
So, is this?
yeah.
bullocks.
Bullocks.
So is u equal to cosine of x?
Yes.
What is du?
Negative sign.
Negative sine of x. So is this actually equal to negative 1 over u du?
Sure.
Yeah, it is.
So what is the antiderivative of 1 over u?
Ln of absolute value of x.
Negative ln of u, right?
I don't like this remembering that. 1 over u.
So is this negative ln absolute value of cosine of x plus c?
It's almost like it's not actually value is like a line points. If we don't put an absolute value, it's wrong. So
It's going to be points off if you don't put absolute value, for sure.
No way.
But it's understood, Mrs. Pumpkin.
Because what you're taking ln of has to be positive. Right?
Oh, right. Just put negative 1 over cosine.
Ready for another one?
Go ahead.
That wasn't awful.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad one.
wouldn't have got it right.
Wasn't bad.
Would have got
Your eyes just
I would have definitely got
sometimes like there's like
I just said, I just was like, see it where next.
I know, right?
It's a message. M&M.
M&M's.
Peanut M&M's.
I don't like that.
You think I don't like peanuts?
we should take it off the test.
But maybe it's not on the test.
So that's gonna get phone call. So
Right?
we should take this type of
Oh,
Cotangent.
couldn't read for a second. I was
Can we
like, is
just do
that an
differential
A or
equations all
W? I
the time?
was like, oh, okay. It's just fancy.
What should I rewrite it as?
You do. You do.
Cosine over sine?
Good job, Keith.
Thank you. Well, we're gonna do UDU anyways. Probably.
So if we see,
Yeah, we will.
if we see cotangent
So I'm right.
on
Yeah.
any of those,
I'm just-
just rewrite it. Or not.
It's gonna be a test of tears of joy.
Call it tears of joy. You're funny, Uncle.
This x shouldn't be here. That's my fault. Does that make more sense if I write it this way? So I have the cosine of 6x plus 3 over the sine of 6x plus 3,
Sure. Go for it.
right?
Yep.
Why do you put it with both?
Why?
Why do you put it with both?
Because it's the angle.
That is that x.
Because that is cotangent.
So if we see cotangent or tangent, we should just.
What do you think u is?
Sine of, or probably just 6 right?
Just
So is du 6 dx. And this one, like you said, when I put it up here, is a peanut.
So what does that bring to us?
So you have to put 1 over.
So do I have to have a 1/6 the integral cosine of u over sine of u du? Is that right? You good with that?
You gotta make it 1.
Yeah.
What is the antiderivative of that? Didn't we just do that?
Oh, we did, okay,
What?
it'd be
With the new.
ln of sine,
So do I have 1/6 ln,
absolute value.
is it this?
Yeah, the rest of it already did.
Huh? Is the derivative of sine cosine? That's where it went.
Right, let's talk another question. On du, if it matches the top, then we don't change it, but if it doesn't, we have to make it one.
Well, you have to
Or we always
match it to whatever the other one is. It's not always going to be one.
It's coefficient.
Like if it was 2 cosine, you would have to
You have to match
multiply
it to
it.
the coefficient.
So it was like 10 times about
You have to
times 1/3
you have to match du to this number.
of the on top.
Yeah, or
Good with that? I'm going to read you a word problem. Are you listening? 200 fruit flies are placed in a container that contain at most 800. If the population grows exponentially at a rate of 4% a day, how long will it take for the container to reach capacity?
say per day factor.
I did. Can I use this?
That 4%'s not,
Yeah,
we have to find it.
800.
I am missing K. 800 most.
So you said how many is equal to 2?
Yeah,
Can I use this information and find K? It is not 4%. Because, is it true, think about this, there's 200 flies. If it's the first day, it adds 4%. So I have 208. The next day, it adds 4%. It doesn't add 8 the second day. It adds a different amount, doesn't it? That's why I have to find K. What is that K causing that to happen?
So you do y equals 200
What's my at the end of one day? How many do I have? 208.
So 2
My original amount, E, this rate was, we used, so 1K, right?
Interesting.
What is K?
Only ln of 1.04.
Are we good with that? So now, what I want to find out is T, don't I? So is 800 equal to 200 ln of 1.04 T? Right?
What about the e?
Oh, I left my E out. It's E to that power. So 4 equals E to 1.04 T. Ln of 4 equals 1.04 T.
35.34.
Hmm?
35.33.
3 decimal places is 346. Right? Did that make sense? Wasn't that what you just did on these sheets?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you told me that the percent was K though.
I don't think I ever said
I
that.
don't know if you were answering someone else's question, but I was like, hey, is the percent for this fly problem, is that K? And you were just like, yes.
Oh.
Okay.
So does that.
Sorry, but
There,
Yeah.
Dave, can you fix that?
After doing that packet, that was not bad at all.
well, I know that. I didn't know why they were.
What is the units on that?
Days.
Okay. What is this?
Depends how the VDX is. VDX. The first is 0, right?
E minus A.
you just do.
So isn't it e to the fourth?
51.
E to the fourth minus e to the first, which is
51
e to the fourth? No, it's not e to the fourth. What is it?
So there's T. Oh, I thought it was.
Can I simplify that?
Yeah, wouldn't it go over it? Right?
What?
What's e to the third?
No, it's just e to the fourth minus e.
Do you want like a number?
Well, it depends, because right now I'm in the multiple choice section.
Oh.
So is it going to say e to the fourth minus e? Is it going to say a decimal? Can you get them both ways?
Yeah.
Understand? Multiple choice, you're at their mercy. Do you remember, and it's been a while, how to do a slope field?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not a meteorologist, it's Poplin.
Remember that. So
That was a big
good
word.
sign.
That's a good sign. Yeah, did you know I have Germex in the closet? So we okay with slope fields?
How do you do it? You just look at space per inch point. Three, yeah. Look at
Yeah.
just do it.
And just, yeah.
Alright, is there one going to be?
Do you know the difference between a general solution and a particular solution?
Good.
Slope hill?
What? No, this is, can you find the general solution?
Well, I knew what that was.
I don't remember
The general is-
general.
It has a C in it.
General has a C in it, that is right.
Go ahead and add that C.
Huh?
Oh, no.
Well, what's the
You
difference
need
between
more
general
information for.
Particular, we solve for C.
Okay, in general, it just has like a secret. Okay, that makes sense.
Can you find it?
Well, first, let me just do this real quick.
Bless you.
Got you, Miss Bob. I got you. Negative 2x. It's a negative 2.
I would like to write it this way. Is that going to confuse you?
No, it's the same, it's the same thing.
Is that the first part?
Yes, that's what I got. Thing, went over. If I wrote it the other way, you wouldn't count up.
If you wrote -1/2 x to -2, no, I would not count off.
-1/2. -2 would be x.
No, the 2 stays on the bottom.
More.
Because isn't the antiderivative x to -2 over -2?
Yeah.
It stays on the bottom, it does not come out. Right? Well, if it's multiple choice, you have to match it. Right? Yes, yes. Now, what if I told you x is 2, y is 3/8. Could you find the particular solution?
Plug in X and Y.
It should be actually -3/8. Yes. Plug in x and y. -3/8 equals -1/8 minus 1/2 plus c.
Can you do this one? I figured out we can just do this then right there. Just put something equals something.
You know what would be really cool?
Yeah.
It's on the no calculator part.
Why are you trying to make us divide and add fractions?
I don't think it has fractions on the test.
Oh, let's do
That's the main worry.
Oh, I'm gonna ace this test now.
I don't know how
No
to add
fractions in my way.
fractions.
C equals,
Like, I would just make that 4/8.
1/4 is c.
I got,
So we just something to. Or is it common and plug it here?
Now you plug it in,
So you make that 4/8.
so it would be y equals -1/2x squared minus 1/x plus 1/4. Plug C in, but it's multiple choice, so, or maybe it's not multiple choice. Who knows? Some are, some aren't.
it isn't my
I mean, it should probably go.
Okay, so on the particular solution, we just find C, or do we find Y afterwards as well?
Particular solution is this right here.
Right, oh, so that you're just,
All right. Now the problems that I give you are all calculator. Okay? So far, well, the fruit fly one was, but that was the only one.
You don't have E memorized to 15 decimal places.
Oh, come on. I know you do.
Yeah, I was waiting till tonight to do that.
Only 210 multiplied times 300.
You have another L in it.
I got a serious question.
Okay.
Part.
If a bank account doubles in value in 9 years, okay? It doubles in 9 years. How long will it take it to triple?
what brain is not working.
Can we plug in random values?
No, you use,
What?
Can we plug in random values for the initial and the.
no, you've seen it use 2.
Well, I would plug in 1 for the original and 2 for the second one.
Right.
Could be
It could, because if it is still gonna reduce to, so am I using, what am I using?
Reducing
Hurt,
hurt.
hurt,
Percocet.
so y equals,
No.
oh, I don't need a y, what do I need?
You say A.
2 equals 1 e to the 9r,
I don't know what that is.
what?
Oh, so we can use rate.
Can we still
We had
use
a
the
point
Y
four,
sub O?
percent rate, we could use that?
Yeah,
Same form.
it's the same formula.
Right.
Can we use that, so if they give us like
That-
rate? we
It
can
won't
use
give
that.
you the same answer.
I always liked it more, but that last package drilled the other one into my.
So is ln of 2 equal to 9r? R is ln of 2 over 9, right? You with me?
Yeah.
How long does it take it to triple? 3 equals 1e to the ln of 2 over 9 t, right?
Hold on, Miss Pop. Just gonna do this real quick in my head.
No calculator.
ln of 3 equals ln of 2 over 9t.
Our performance Papa does differently.
What? You think I'm gonna pull this out of my head?
14.26.
What?
Years.
Years.
Good job, Miss Poplin, you got it.
If I started with $1 million, I'm now rich, right?
Well,
You were rich before.
I think you should.
I don't know.
I guess not as much today. I suppose.
Yeah, triples it. Yes, it'll take 14 years.
Remember, if it is increasing, K is positive, it is decreasing, K is
Very good.
negative.
Wait, run that back again?
If my amount is increasing, K is positive, it's decreasing, K is negative. Don't get wrapped up in what about, do I make this negative, do I don't? If it's positive, it's increasing, if it's negative, it's decreasing.
But in reality, if we ln it, it becomes negative.
I don't know. I don't ln it to make it negative. I just make it negative.
So
You're
you're
saying
like,
just like if it was decreasing, you put negative ln.
I don't think I've ever heard this
no,
problem.
no, so, okay, so, if it's like, if it says decreasing, then would you just make Y equals Y sub O e to the negative K? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Do you know Newton's law of cooling?
Yes.
Ah,
T
T
minus
minus TS,
Yeah.
and that's all I know.
TS.
Okay. Can we do one? See what you know. A cherry pie comes out of an oven at 425 degrees. What is that?
Cherry boy.
That is the temperature original.
Okay. That's T.O. The room is 70 degrees. What is that?
TS.
T.
Right? In 45 minutes, that must be little t, it has cooled to 200 degrees. What is 200 degrees?
Big T.
Temperature.
Big T.
Temperature.
Bro. So big T is TF.
Yes. TF like in.
According to Newton's law of cooling, how long before it cools to 150 degrees?
This is just. Divided by K. We're gonna do this up. Yo.
All right, so what's my formula?
T minus TS.
T minus 70. 200 minus
T minus 70?
200 minus 70 equals 425 minus 70. E to the
Equals what?
45.
425 minus 70?
to the E 45K, probably.
Is he right
Yes.
on the formula?
Thank you, Kaden.
What's the original formula
If
again?
it's cooling, T minus TS equals
It better be negative.
TO minus TS.
Well, when we get what K is, if it came out positive, we make it negative.
Because it just has to be.
So, 130 equals,
Just make sure your number is.
So you made K positive because it's cooling down, right? Is that what you just said?
no,
What?
It's negative. Cold is negative, bro.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, because isn't it e to the negative KT? And so since it's cooling down, you make it a negative, which makes it a positive.
is this right? If it's cooling down, it's going down, the K has to be negative.
Right. So that negative equals positive.
Is that right? I did all that math in my head, is that right?
Yeah. I think so, yep.
Yeah,
We don't know if it's positive or negative. Gotta put my calculator, just leave it.
So, 130 over 355
So it's
equals e to the 45K?
26 over 71.
It is negative.
ln of 26 over 71 divided by 45 is K?
You do that. Plus 5 by 5.
But still.
He told me.
I was just saying, there's no way.
Here's my question. Because if you leave it as that is a positive number, right?
I don't think it is.
Oh, I'm saying if you had left it as this, you wouldn't, and you didn't put it in your calculator, you wouldn't know it's positive, right?
No, actually, I would know, because if I'm taking ln of a number less than 1, it's always negative.
Okay.
How's that?
Good job. Less than 1.
That's cool.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know. So,
K is
how long till it's what?
So it's 150.
Okay, so now, what do I have?
big T is 150. Right? And you just keep the.
Yeah, because of the TF.
But could you, and then you make 425 200, right?
I was gonna ask, do we start at 425? Do we start at 200?
Is it asking from
You start at 200.
from the two?
Yeah, you'd have to do 45 plus the T if you did. Yeah,
It's pretty cool. So.
Oh, wait. If you did it from the 425, you would have to add the 45.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would have to add it?
Yeah, if I ask from the beginning, but I don't. I ask from how much longer before it.
So you would specify which one you wanted.
So what do I do? 150 minus 70? Why 75?
Isn't that the...
No.
It's just
No, it was 70. Equals 130 E ln of 26 over 71 over 45 T. Is that right?
Exactly.
This is 8/13 equals E this. ln of 8/13 divided by this number. I don't want to do that in my head.
Equals 21.748.
It's what?
21.74.
21.748 minutes. Is that what you all got?
Yes.
1.748, yes.
Then do we have to? Oh, okay. Notice that long from the 200 to 150. Okay.
Yes. Now, so it actually, if I'd asked for the total time, I would have had to add them together. Yeah, I asked for how many additional minutes.
Oh, okay.
21 point whatever minutes.
Let's do like how long from when I put it in.
All right. So on this test, there are The first 9 questions are no calculator. When I have a problem like this,
I just like those books.
and ask you to solve this.
So why or what?
What does y equal?
Alright.
What does y equal? Is it true that dy over y equals 6x squared dx? Isn't that how we start? This is a differential equation. Isn't this how we started? X with dx, y with dy. Now what?
Antiderivative, which would be ln of
ln of y equals
2x.
2x. Okay, we get those,
plus c.
so you plug in your,
ln of 1
is, what is that?
is c.
No.
It,
Oh, yeah, it's 0. So C is 0.
so c is 0.
So then.
Okay, what if this is no calculator?
Then I would.
Then you need to know ln of 1 is 0.
That's probably meaning that it
What if it gets ln of 45? But C is ln of 45.
Better know
The
what
problem
it
is
is.
you just leave it.
But you need to know, because doesn't this mean e to some power is 1? That's what this means right here? What power? Has to be 0. ln of 1, log of 1, it's always 0.
Okay,
All right? Got it?
now we gotta go back to,
So now, I'm back to ln of y equals 2x cubed.
we E both sides or no?
How in the world am I going to solve this?
Put them both.
you eat both sides.
E both sides, your Y comes up first, right? Ln of E is.
Is e to the 2x cubed equal to what?
That's all we have to do?
Did I solve for what?
Well, when you E it, your Y comes up front and ln of E is.
Okay, if you're unsure of it, you could have right here raised, put them both to the e base with as an exponent. So I could have done this. Okay? This e and this e is an ln base e.
Yes.
Cancel out. So this is just y.
Cancel it out.
We cancel.
Well, does that number come up front?
So it just becomes y.
Are you saying if there was a number there that comes up front?
Yeah. Seems like 2Y come out front.
Base E right there.
Okay?
So how many questions is just us?
9,
It's a 30 question pattern.
This is the first.
which really only leaves 5 for the next day.
There's 19 questions.
Oh,
We're doing the.
9 and 5.
So are we going to do the interest problems?
9 questions, like, and the first
We did an interest.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Or
Are we
like,
gonna
I
have
was
like
thinking
the
about
continuous?
yeah, continuous, where you have to memorize the formula besides part.
No, just
Like,
part. No. I'm. If you had a slope field,
Um,
that's the only one I'm worried about that I haven't gone over.
Draw that slope field.
let's not do it. Mark it off the test. We're not gonna be meteorologists in this room. Cut it.
You don't know that. Maybe someday you'll see one of your fellow classmates on TV.
And the rain is coming in from the right.
Could you grab that on a slope field?
Negative.
No, I.
No, I
Well, yeah, just
But you,
plug in the X point and the Y point.
right, yeah, so you look at 1 point, like 1, 1.
Because that absolute value is slope equals that, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
Well, Nathan can, but I can't. This is problem.
What did you just do?
Well, okay, if X is 0 and Y is 0, it's this, isn't it?
Right.
And do you agree that no matter what happens, this slope is going to be positive?
yeah.
So every little mark has to be in the positive direction on this one, do you agree?
How do you know that, why is that one just a straight horizontal on the y-axis?
How do you remember if it's vertical or horizontal?
Yeah, how do you know if it's...
0 slope is horizontal,
Right.
undefined is vertical.
Except it doesn't have a Y.
So everywhere X and Y are the same, so it's going to look like this.
Wait,
Pardon the interruption.
how did you get that?
Seventh graders, if you are getting your picture taken, please proceed to the auditorium at this time. Seventh graders, thank you.
So wait, how much of that do we have to do? Like, if you just gave us that, what do we?
It's a matching. You match which equation goes with it.
So how do we show that?
Well, I know all those are positive, so if I had some of these negative over here, it would be that one.
Why does it make that horizontal line? I just understand.
Because right here it's 1, 1. Isn't that going to be
Oh,
0, 2, 2,
Got
right? We have 1 minute, guys. Are you going to study? Tomorrow is, or the next time I see you, is no calculator. What?